If you want to learn to drive a car, you can only do so much by reading a book. You can learn the basics, you can learn the theories, but there is no substitute for getting in the car, going out there and learning the physical systems of the car and the realities of the road. And that's essentially why live briefs are central, in my view, to the learning experience of becoming a filmmaker.
We're finally coming round to a real wholehearted approach to media, particularly in Wales. I see quite an exciting hub of activity happening, and it's right that the student should be at the heart of that.
We realised very early on, while we were studying, that we needed to get as much experience as possible.
We are really keen to get students working in the industry. That's one of the things that is driving a lot of what we do here.
And quite often you come into a university environment and you just create a piece of work, it gets marked, you get your mark and away you go. But it has to be more than that.
The Skillset Media Academy Wales are all about developing the new generation of creatives.
This really bridges the gap between education and industry.
I think the students' attitude definitely changes after having done a work placement.
I wanted to build up my CV and my portfolio because I felt like I didn't have enough and I needed more to, show me off.
So earlier this year, we produced a 5-minute film for Macmillan Cancer on their Age-Old Excuse campaign. It was an opportunity to produce a film that I knew was going to reach a wide audience. It goes on Macmillan's online platforms and they promote it.
For a number of reasons, I think it's really good to involve students in the filming process. I think it gives them some fantastic experience working with a large organisation such as Macmillan.
I think students have to either experience these things for themselves or talk to people and learn from them who experienced it.
If they don't realise the pressures and the responsibilities that come with a job, I don't think they're getting the full training. You'll find that the ones who actually put their hands up and go out into the workplace are the ones that really benefit from it.
Skillset Media Academy in Wales really were providing opportunities at the time to go out there and gain that experience.
We contact the client, we help them to devise a brief for the students.
I started teaching in '96 and since then I've seen a proliferation of this kind of activity. I've been lucky enough to work with professionals that really want to get involved with students, so that there's a goodwill to start with.
The great thing about live briefs within a university context is that if things go wrong, and quite often they do, let's face it, you are supported.
It's an industry where you've got to make a lot of mistakes to succeed.
You can't really underestimate the relationship that is made between a student and industry, and quite often that will develop as a job opportunity.
You can't separate students from the industry. They are the industry. The only thing is they're learning. They are the apprentices, if you like, of the next generation.
To actually get them out there and into these environments where they meet people, the more they will succeed.